I was 18 years old, and it was my first year at seminary. And every Saturday morning, we would do what was volunteer work. And my first year, I would have to go to Mayview State Hospital in Bridgeville, which is no longer there. And I visited the geriatric section. One day, though, our supervisor wasn't there, so we went with Father DeVille over to the psych ward. I got an education that day. We were making the rounds, and we were, talking with patients. And I came up to this gentleman. Remember, I'm 18. I thought he was 75, 80. Okay, white hair, wrinkled skin, really stooped over. And we started to talk. And he stuck out his hand to shake my hand. Not thinking. He wouldn't let go. The reason why he wouldn't let go, I found out later, was the gentleman was in Mayview because he had a fear of dying. The guy that looked like 75, 80 to me, at the time, he was only 40. He was so afraid of death. And when we went to Mayview, we wore our blazers that we had as a seminarian, so it had the diocesan patch on it. And he saw that, and he knew that we were part of the church. And his taking my hand, which I learned later, was that he was looking for reassurance. I found out a couple years later that the guy had died. He was only 42, 43. He died because he was so afraid. If he would have listened to the gospel today, he would have had a tough time. The readings today, on the surface, sound really easy. Oh, trust in God, no problem. Until sickness comes around. Until calamities happen at home. Then it really becomes difficult. But Father, I have to, plan for my retirement. I just can't live day by day, otherwise I won't have anything for tomorrow. The whole theme of today is not necessarily focusing on the material. What have we been listening to the past couple weeks? Remember we had the Sunday with the Beatitudes? That was the way of life that God showed us. The next week, you can choose, if you so want to follow the commandments. Last week, here are the commandments, but do what they truly mean from your heart. And today, if you truly live the commandments each and every day, and if you truly put your trust in God, God will provide. We're not talking about the monetary thing. We're not talking about, food or stuff like that. We're talking about you yourself. The guy at Mayview didn't trust God. He wanted God so badly, but he didn't trust God. All of us, what life gives us, if God is not the very center, life will have no meaning. What you do will have no value. And how you live will be worthless. The gospel today is the extreme. But it's not unattainable. I've learned a lot over the years just by observing parishioners. And I have seen parishioners try to tell me, because of my lack of faith, Father, God will provide. I don't know what's going to happen, but God will lead me there. We'll survive. We'll go on. And I thought to myself after every time I encountered those people, wow, I wish I had that faith. That's what we're here today, to be reminded that God is the provider. I came across this poem a number of years ago, and I still read it from time to time. You may have heard it. The poem is titled, I Am. And it goes on, I was regretting the past and fearing the future. Suddenly my Lord was speaking, my name is I Am. He paused. I waited. He continued. When you live in the past with its mistakes and regrets, it is hard. I am not there. My name is not I was. When you live in the future with its problems and fears, it is hard. I am not there. My name is not I will be. When you live in the moment, it is not hard. I am here. My name is I Am.